Okay, I'm going to do a little reel here because I'm going to do several different videos here at the property. But I'm just, some things I've seen with a lot of people working through a whole lot of different scenarios. But a common theme, and one especially that I've had to work through too. And I don't know if you can hear in the background the kids. But I want to just share with you something that we've talked about, asking the question, how can I versus can I? And I want to take that even a little deeper and say, sometimes we can have thoughts that are real to us, but that are not true. They can be real. They can seem like truth. They feel like truth. They can be backed up by so many things in our life, but they're not really true. They're real to us, but they are not true. Well, as I said, on the porch here, when we were first looking at this property and my wife was looking at it, using it for the preschool, I remember looking out in the distance over here, and I want to show you what I saw. Okay, this is what I want y'all to see here. The playground back there and the chicken coop. I'm going to move a little bit slow. You might be able to hear the kids over there just playing and running. And I would sit here and think, oh my goodness, the only way that we could get her preschool originally was if we would only go in there. Hi, Goody. There's Goody Brown, too. He's talking to us. A big story behind Goody Brown, too, but there was a fence right here, and we were only going to get to that fence. But I sat here and was like, man, these children on the playground, playing, having a blast, seeing them come alive out there. I was like, it has to come with the school. And all I could think was, there's no way. I was asking, can I? And all my thoughts that were real was like, there's no way. And I switched to how can I? And I started to challenge my thoughts as I saw my wife and these children. And something that hit me that I want to share. They're saying, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, it's so good. Thanks for the horns up. And there's Mr. Hi. I'll let him talk to y'all for just a minute here. It's so good. And they get to say hi to Goody Brown. So I'll continue my thought here. Okay, we'll see if I can edit some of that that you got to see with the kids out there. But man, okay, so watching and seeing this and knowing it was going to stretch in order for us to be able to buy the property and get all of that, it was going to be something so far beyond anything I could have ever imagined. But something else I've been studying. So again, it's moving from can I to how can I? And something that seems real to us may not be true. And then this is the next thought that I've really been digging into in a book called Living Fearless. And it talks about sometimes we have thoughts that are trans-rational. They go beyond rational thinking. And until we begin moving and making a decision forward in that direction and saying, how can I? We don't get to experience the things that's beyond our rational thinking. A little bit on the spiritual side, seeing God move beyond anything that we could do ourselves. And any of you that know me, this is beyond anything out of my comfort zone because I like to stay in the rational. I love budget. I love spreadsheets. I love data, numbers. And for me to look at that and go, it has to go with the school. We have to get it. There has to be a way. How can we do this? And those of you that know the journey, we found a way. And we've made some tremendous transitions in the last year to even make it more in alignment with what Jacqueline and I want and free us up of some of the things that we had to bring along with us in order to get the playground, in order to fulfill the vision. And so I want to just challenge you. Sometimes we can't be in our rational brain. Sometimes we have to follow that intuition, that heart that says, man, this is what we want to do. Make the decision. When we make the decision, the resources begin to show up as we move. They don't show up before we move. And sometimes what's real to us is not the truth. It can be real to us and it's not the truth. So challenge some of those things. Here's what I know is belief is what drives our behavior. It goes belief, thinking, and then behavior. Belief, thinking, and then action. Well, the beliefs that we have could be based on something that is no longer true. It could be just our mind trying to protect us because that's what it knows to do. I say to challenge your beliefs to determine if they still serve you and if they're even yours. I find people who are living out beliefs that aren't even theirs. They were given to them unknowingly. So I hope this helped you and serves you today as you, lead whole and live fulfilled.